As a commercialization manager, I want to discuss an innovation I led at my biotech company, Zymo Research, that allowed us to establish a new environmental and passive health surveillance service to penetrate a growing epidemiology market. Ultimately, my effort has established my company as a leader in community public health monitoring and generate revenue in the supplied market in the near $1 million range by partnering with key B2B accounts like the California Department of Public Health and CDC. High level, my innovation to create a new service started from a top down process, speaking to high throughput customers as well as key opinion leaders in the space, and ultimately segueing to the actual development of an assay, and then ultimately to the final release and subsequent service and commercialization tactics and strategies. Speaking with key opinion leaders and attending conferences, there was a lot of potential value being discussed on the utility for viral pathogen monitoring, such as SCD, flu levels, and other communicable diseases on a broader scale using samples such as urine. From that point, under my supervision, my team of three, composed of us postdoc scientists and associates, would develop a product to concentrate viral pathogens using a precipitating reagent for large volume water samples. Ultimately, this was a breakthrough in technology, and we're able to scale and look at community trends in urine for potential pathogens. In a black swan event, the SARS-CoV-2 pandemic would arrive, and then we saw this as a great opportunity to monitor public health needs. Just months after the pandemic hit, we released the minimum viable service where we're able to target SARS-CoV-2 in water using PCR. This fee for service required my commercialization plan, which was based on an educational campaign honing in on the ultimate value this service provided, as well as a digital marketing campaign where we would target specific core audiences, highlighted here, whether it was the California Department of Public Health, CDC, or other entities and groups. The service I launched was an ultimate success, and after some initial partnerships, I helped establish several large B2B accounts. Downstream users have been able to use the data we generate to correlate to confirmed cases, asymptomatic cases, new hotspots, and so on and so forth. Ultimately, the scope of value driven by this pivotal new technology was revenue that was generated in the $1 million range in 2021 alone, but as well as pivoting my company, Zymo Research, for increased public health monitoring and public health goals, whether that be in the STD testing or illicit drug usage monitoring, or even additional monitoring for pathogenic diseases and antimicrobial resistance concerns. Likewise, I was able to increase our revenue and services by 10%, forming new key B2B partnerships with government agencies.